Okay everyone, so in this next lesson, let's try to go and practice what we have learned in using tables and then try to transform this Word document of a template for a resume into a website. So I have already created here a Word to HTML exercise directory, and I would want to go and create index.html file. Now let's go create our markup. I would want to change the title of the document into Word to HTML exercise. Now, if we go and try to analyze the template here, we can see here that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 sections. Now, we can go and apply that inside of our body element. Just remember, for the purpose of this exercise, it doesn't necessarily need that you have the same markup as to what I've done here. You can still follow and try to compare it from your own work. Now, let's go and insert a header element and some sections with a class name section dash dash multiplied by 7. Let's save that. Let's also go give this a class name of header so that we can reference it inside of our style sheet. Now let's go and add an h1 inside of our header element with a your name element content. Let's go and try to open this in our File Explorer and then open it up inside of our browser. Now I want to go and put an HR element inside of the section 1. You can see here that there's some default margins. That's why it's not occupying the whole width of the screen. Let's try to go and remove that. We just applied a universal reset here. Now let's go and use H3 for each of the section headings here. I'm just going to go and copy paste this. Now let's go and format the document. Then let's go type the headings for each of the sections. Let's go look at our browser. Now let's go and try to go select our body element. Let's go give it a Calibri font family and a margin of 5% top and bottom and 10% left and right with a font color of gray. We can see here that we have a typo here, and we can see that most of the headings here are capitalized. I'm sure you know the property that we can use here for capitalizing all of the H3 here. Let's just go and correct the typo here, and then select all of the H3 elements. We can see here that the font weight is a lot bolder than the text here. If you remember, we can go and test things out without having to change any code inside of our code editor. We can use the developer tools by pressing on F12. With the use of the developer tools, we were able to test things out without changing any code inside of our code editor, and when we refreshed, it went back to the original layout. Now we can go and use the font weight property here. You would see that it will be giving us some values here from 500 to 900, bold, bolder, lighter, normal, initial, inherit, unset. So we can apply 500. Now if we go and refresh our browser, we were able to apply that font weight. I just think that the font weight 500 will also be suitable for the heading 1. So let's go and apply that in our code. We can see now that it has a bit of a similarity with our Microsoft Word template here. Now if we go try to look at our template here, it has no border on the left and right, and there's some space in the middle of the HR. So let's go and try to work on that. Let's go and increase the height of our HR and then remove the border left and the border right. I think we should go and remove one of the HR here in this section. Now it looks more similar to our template here, so perhaps we can go and have a little bit of a break and then continue with this in the next video.